Hey everybody, this is the Sideline Report. Marvin Jackson and Donna Hopkins here. And joining us are two of the Redskins' 80 greatest players, Ron, the Dancing Bear McDole, and Pat Fisher. Welcome to the show, guys.
Great to be here.
All right.
It's really great to be just about anywhere at our age, just for you know.
That's right.
Well, I tell you what, this is a special thing for us to have you guys here, and we just saw a nice clip of you all at the Alumni Day, and that must have been great for you all here.
Oh, yeah, that was, they brought back, there must have been 160 players, and
Well, they brought back everyone that was still alive. I think that covers it.
It was a good time. It was good to see guys that you completely lose track of, and that's not uncommon in play because everybody goes a different direction afterwards usually.
And you guys actually played in college together and ended up with the Redskins towards the ends of your careers, I guess, playing with the Redskins together. Now, in college, you guys had a pretty good team. You were at Nebraska. And
I wouldn't say we had a good team.
yeah,
I don't think
so that was before Nebraska.
That's why we were there.
So that was before Nebraska really got good.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
okay.
I think we won one game one year.
You're kidding.
I think the only credit we give to one another, we were on the Nebraska team, the first team to beat Oklahoma in like 15 years.
In the conference.
In the
Yeah,
conference.
pretty tough schedule, too.
But we did end up, that's the one thing that our
Beat
trophy.
Oklahoma.
We beat Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, back then we played both ways, so we never left the field. We stayed on there, and we figured we'd wear them out one way or another because you just stayed out there. You go from defense to offense and defense to offense, type of thing. But it was a great day. In fact,
I don't think he remembers when college football. You could, if you were on the field, you could go off once, and you couldn't come back in that quarter. If you went off, you could not come back in the
crazy
quarter.
like that.
No. Wow.
So we played all the time.
Okay.
Well, that was the way it kind of was at that time.
Yeah.
Going in and out of it.
Well, I tell you, this is a special day for Pat, right? Birthday.
Yeah, I
Happy
get to look
birthday,
once
Pat
a year.
Fisher.
Finally
Once
catching
a
up.
Happy
year.
birthday. 37,
saying
right?
he's-
That's
Yeah,
your number.
37.
That's your number, right?
Yeah.
Flip it around a little bit.
Just flip it around, okay.
Oh my goodness!
All right.
I couldn't even do the arithmetic to tell people how old I am. But I can still say I was born in 1940. That I have right.
Oh, well, that's all right.
So that's it.
All right. Well, this team, the Redskins, are playing very well right now. And what do you guys think about this? What they're, you guys were on this first Super Bowl team that the Redskins ever played on.
That's true.
Both of you. And what does it take to get to that level? What do you think is going on with this team right now?
They're winning. As George used to tell us, you all have to score one more point than they do, and you win. It's that simple. No, they're playing well. I mean, people don't realize it's very difficult to get to the Super Bowl in a sense. When we went in '72, everybody didn't give us a chance, and we got there. But we thought we'd be there every year. But boy, those playoffs after that got tough. We couldn't get through Minnesota to save your life. Of course, it was 28 below zero. But other than that, it's hard to get there. And of course, now they've added playoffs and teams. See, it was more of just one playoff type of thing. But it's so tough. It's so competitive.
When you look at the two eras when you all played and now the era now, how would you associate the two as far as the type of players you were and the type of players the players are now, and as far as just the talent level and so forth like that?
Well, you go back. At the University of Nebraska, when Ron and I were there, we may have had a weight room. I never went in it.
No, we didn't have a weight room.
We didn't have a weight room.
Our weight room was a set of barbells with a bench.
Now you go into any high school, and you'll find a weight program in their athletic program. The progression that has taken place with athletes going back, as I said, it was just beginning when Ron and I entered the professional ranks, where all colleges, if you wanted to be competitive, you had to have a weight program. You had to be bigger and stronger. And once you find out that if you're a little bit bigger, you don't give up speed. so that the education, and I think the weight room was really changed football.
I heard
You
Nebraska has a huge weight room now.
and that's why they
Put 400 people in it.
Yeah.
but not when we were there.
God, no.
But that all came in under Coach Bob Devaney and that crew. But that has spread throughout. You can't compete at the college level, even at the high school level, without some form of weight program and stretching. Again, Ron and I, as we go up to Redskin Park, but the stretching program became a vital part of extending our careers. Of course, Ron played 18, I played 17 years. And I still attribute the success that I had to the stretching program that they introduced late in my career, but it really became a very wide range of muscle use, weight program, and stretching. So once you bought into it, it worked out pretty well.
Hey, Ron, when you look at this Redskins team right now and you assess them, what makes them so special this year? I mean, they started off 3-6 and they ran off 7 straight wins. What do you like about them?
Well, one thing, they never give up, you know, I mean, and that's a big key. And they seem to be able, you got to be able, for example, like a cornerback, if a cornerback gets beat for a touchdown, you got to, well, Patrick, what do you got to do? You got to put it out of your mind.
Right.
And there's guys that can't do things like that, and then the ball is the whole game, they don't play as well and something else. So, you're out there to go, and you forget about it. I got to keep doing it. Do it next time. So on that way. So I think that's the big thing, and they've got good leadership. There's no doubt that, and that helps. And we used to. It's not a team like when the defense comes off the field and tells the offense, please score some points, or the offense comes off and says, hold them, we'll win. Well, why can't you score 6 more points? But the family atmosphere and the closeness, and of course that was one of I played for 2 coaches that was their feed. Of course, one George Allen, the other Lou Saban in Buffalo, and everybody was together. We hung out together. We did everything together. Now I'm sure it's a little different now because of the money and the different atmosphere that they have. That I mean, we didn't have we had to hunt money to buy beer.
Yeah, we had to pool our money.
Well, interestingly enough, you guys were called the Over the Hill gang when you guys went to the Super Bowl. But you've got these young guys now on the Redskins team, RG3, Alfred Morris. I mean, these guys are young. How did that happen, that they've become leaders like that, Pat?
Well, that becomes the dynamics of the group. You can lead, like we had Larry Brown. He was the leader because he he ran the ball and he ran it.
Did his job on it.
He did his job. So he had so much respect. He was elevated. The players put him there.
Okay.
Others they might not be that starting, but they had a way of communicating and bringing guys together. But leadership on the field was usually, as I say, I always look back, and Larry Brown was probably the very best illustration I could ever think of, because he was so aggressive. He ran so hard every play that everyone had such respect for it. And that's where, if you're without the respect, you're not going to be a leader. So
yeah, that's very important. It's a sport that you got to play as a team. That's it. There's a lot of team sports. There's stars on them, but the stars are able to work. They're the key to make it work, but they make it work more than not just scoring points or baskets or whatnot. It's also they have to relate with the players. And somebody asked, I remember I asked Larry a question one time. I believe it was Larry. I said, he made a big run and they called it back for somebody got holding, offensive holding. And I said, do you ever get upset because you're all the way down there and somebody holds and they call your touchdown back and everything else? And he said, not really. He says, a lot of times I miss some holes, which is what it's about. You know what I mean? He wasn't coming back and going to chew out somebody because they got caught for holding,
a real team
or whatever it was. And you have to be that way. I mean, there's no way you can't play if you don't.
All right. Well, I tell you what, let's take another break, and we'll be right back with Donna, Ron, and Pat, and more Sideline Report. Don't go away.